At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Ranked #1 in innovation for 10 consecutive years and #2 among public universities for employability. ASU isn't just ahead of the curve. It's creating new paths to success. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Your morning blitz begins now.
Welcome to a Tuesday where we could set another record, or set a record. We didn't set it yesterday, but we could set it today. High in 97 again today. Could see triple digits one more time. Oof. Thankfully, I didn't have any issues with the power. No rolling brownouts or anything. Anything for you, Kelly?
My mom's air conditioning went completely kaput yesterday.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. I mean, and we even had it, inspected in May to make sure everything was good for the summer.
Had the checkup service.
And, I mean, it's been running, so obviously it was fine back then, and it's been fine up until yesterday morning. I went into her condo, and I was like, man, it's pretty warm in here. Pretty warm in here. Yeah, so they did come out. We have a working relationship with an air conditioning company.
Yeah.
They came out yesterday afternoon, and they have to order a part, a thermal expansion valve or something like that, whatever that is. They're like, yeah, we don't usually keep those around. Hopefully it'll be in today. Hopefully. I'm like, yeah, I hope so too,
right, yeah.
My man.
Yeah,
I really hope that comes in today because it's going to be ridiculous.
So does she have to hang out with your house now?
I offered. It's about 80 degrees in her condo. She's like, I don't even feel warm. I feel fine. And I'm like, okay, we have it set up. We have the box fan.
Yeah.
We've got everything, going there. So she's okay so far. I check in with her, constantly. And I'm like, let's just get you guys. She has a cat, too. We'll get you guys on over here. She's like, no, we're fine. We're fine. I'm like, we'll see. I don't know, man. Today when it's 96, 97 degrees. Oh, my gosh. So, anyway, poor timing.
Well, man, I really hope that flux capacitor shows up so you can get that house cooled down.
Me too.
That's unfortunate.
They're like, well, we don't know if we can come out today. I'm like, I think you do know you can come out today, please. You were just in this condo inspecting this thing. Please come back. And they were great about it, so
Well, that's good.
I'm thankful for them.
Well, you might have to,
terrible timing.
If it doesn't come in, I think you might have to do the daughter duties and put your foot down and be like, no, you're coming over.
Oh, definitely. No. If
it
ever gets warmer than 80 in there, she's not staying.
Yeah.
No, but...
I'm in a weird kind of I don't know, purgatory almost, because my man card right now is kind of ripped in half, because sitting in the car right now, Thick, I'm going to need your help, because the 13-year-old went fishing yesterday for a little bit. Nora took him fishing yesterday afternoon, and what? I know, that's what I said, and they both said they're fine. I said, okay, but one of the fish ripped the hook off. And I don't know how to tie a... Nora tried to do a suture knot like she does at the doctor's office.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think that works. So I need your help there.
Yeah.
And
Uncle Thick will take care of it.
Yeah, I'm very sad. I told Adam, I was like, look, sooner rather than later, you're going to need to take the Thick Rick class on fishing, because I'm not helping you with that. You're going to need to learn how to do that. However, on the other side of that, the one of the issues we had with our townhouse is the garage was quite possibly the noisiest garage.
Dude, that thing squeaks so bad.
Unbelievable.
The door, yeah.
Yeah, when it raises and lowers, it's absolutely god-awful. It just resonated throughout the entire house. And I can't,
crazy,
the
man.
neighbors, I feel bad for the neighbors if we ever opened and closed the garage.
Did you do like a WD-40 type sitch?
So
or what?
yesterday, Adam was getting ready to leave, and we were sitting down watching some TV, and he's going to get his bike out of the garage, and he goes, I'm sorry, it's going to get loud for a minute. And I said, no, it's not. I, the man of the house, WD-40'd some little, what is it called? Parts?
Hinges?
Yes.
Hinges, the wheels, the rollers. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Doesn't make a noise now.
It is quiet?
No, it's quiet.
Nice.
It's silent.
Good deal.
It's silent. Just the testicles grew like 7 inches.
Oh my God!
I'm a man.
Man, can you
I'm a
lube up a
man.
garage door? Nice.
Feel like going to war.
Can't imagine what he does if he sprays some bees.
Oh, you have no idea. Oh, the one time I shot a Roman candle into a beehive like 25 feet away.
That's awesome.
Oh, it was all the way up in the tree, and on the very last one, I stuck it right in the center. Man.
Did they attack?
You ought to feel, man, no. They had no idea what was going on. I was too
Right.
far away. Anyways, how are you, Vic?
Good. You're not going to lose your man card for any of that.
Okay, good.
Especially, well, you wouldn't lose it for
Gained
garage.
my man card.
Yeah.
I fixed an entire garage.
You're even now. Like you're completely
Yes,
on even
right,
ground.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, because you couldn't tie the hook.
Right.
I gotcha.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know. If you're not experienced, it's all right, man.
How you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
Try and stay cool, and let's get your Tuesday morning started with Blitz Morning Trivia. Thick, what you got?
All right, $25 to water beds and stuff. If you're the first one to text in the correct answer at 800-821-9970, our new text line, which is the same as the request line. This city is once again the most desirable city in the United States to live. What is the most desirable city in the U.S. to live in? Be the first one to tell us at 800-821-9970. We'll hook you up with the gift card.
All right, Vic, let's get that answer for Blitz Morning Trivia.
All right, the question is, what city is the most desirable U.S. city to live in? You guys have any idea?
How about San Diego?
I mean,
Nope.
I know for a very long time, well, who knows? Yes, U.S. News or Newsweek, they all do the most desirable. I know when I lived in Colorado Springs for many years, it was picked as number one. But I'm Provo, Utah.
No. Economist Intelligence Unit's Global Livability Index is based on stability, healthcare, culture, environment, education, and infrastructure. So topping the list in the U.S. for the third year in a row, Honolulu.
Okay,
Okay,
except
well,
for
what
the
about
cost of living.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I thought.
Exactly.
Well, okay,
Where
what's
it's
the most...
$37 for a gallon of milk.
Yes. Keep in mind, it's the most desirable city. Not necessarily the cheapest or the most economical, but the most desirable, which that I kind of get.
Sure, if I had a choice.
If he had the money.
But even then, I don't know if I'd want to live in Honolulu. To
Nope.
be 5 hours away from mainland.
I know,
I
right?
don't know if I'd want to do that.
I would like to live in like Monterey, California. It's gorgeous. It's the temperature's great. It doesn't
I would say
get
San
crazy.
Diego. I visited San Diego once and really liked it.
Yeah.
You know, if it was 75 to 80 pretty much all year round, I'd be okay with that.
I'd go to Dallas.
Too damn hot.
Yeah.
I am not living in 120 degree weather.
It's
No
not
way.
120 degree weather
The
down
F
there.
it isn't.
Dude, it
reaches
snows in Dallas.
once every 10 years.
Okay, that's
It
enough for me.
snows in Dallas.
But it's not usually 120. I mean, that's really...
Yet my best friend lives there. Yes, it is. They can't go outside from 9 a.m. until like 10 p.m. It's that hot. It's ridiculous.
All right.
They have football practice for the high schools at 5 a.m.
Oh, is that right?
because that's the only time they can practice.
Now, I have to look it up now. I got to see what the weather's doing in Dallas today. I have to know.
No way.
93 for a high today.
Okay, that's
It's going
one.
to be 97
Well, that's less than
on
us.
Saturday.
That's-
96. It's hot.
Yeah, it's same
Yes,
here.
but we're in a heat wave for a week. They're going to be like that until November.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going into the low 80s next week. They're going to the upper 90s and even at 100 next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, that's warm. That's all right. That's
You know
okay.
what?
I still
me.
love to live there.
It's 56 degrees right now in Monterey, California. Oh,
Is it really? Oh. Who's our winner?
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
Nobody got it right. I had all kind of answers, but none of them were Honolulu. Any idea what the number one city in the world is?
No.
Paris.
Prague.
Copenhagen, Denmark.
Okay.
Yeah. So Honolulu ranked 23rd worldwide. Number one in the United States, 23rd worldwide. So, all right, nobody gets the $25 to waterbeds and stuff.
We'll just hang on to that.
Yeah.
Speaking of milk, as I mentioned, the price of milk in Honolulu, here's something. As we are going to see upper 90s today, in the low 90s for the rest of the week, just hot and muggy. You want to make sure you stay hydrated. Well, apparently, according to this doctor in the UK, according to them, the perfect drink for hot weather is milk.
Ugh, gross.
It is 87% water, but it takes longer to digest because of the sugar, protein, and fat. So it keeps you hydrated longer than water does. It also has sodium to help your body hold on to the water, which means it's also packed with electrolytes. And if you're vegan or you drink regular milk, she says that soy milk will work too. And this is very discouraging that science is telling us one thing, because growing up for the longest time over the past 20 years, I was taught forever by Ron Burgundy that milk was not the right thing to drink when it is hot outside, because it is just dairy and nasty, and it'll just sit there. I mean, we all learned the lesson.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Yes, I know. Milk is a terrible choice. But that's according to this doctor. So if you want to chug on some cold milk, just get yourself some strolling milk. In the heat while you're just walking down. Oh.
But you got that Stanley Cup.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it's super cold, like near freezing.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of the... Like,
how about
you
a
get
milkshake? Now,
I'm not against that.
Now we're talking.
See, which is interesting, because a milkshake sounds delicious and sweet, but I'm thinking of walking down the street drinking like vitamin D milk, and it's just that thick, almost heavy cream.
But does it have to be vitamin D?
No, it doesn't at all.
Because I drink 1%.
Yeah.
But I only like it with food, and only with certain food.
You will never catch me with a glass of milk, ever.
It messes with you.
I eat, I drink lactose-free. I put milk in my everyday. It's all lactose-free, though. But I would not drink a glass of milk.
I would not either.
I do eat a lot of cereal with plenty of milk on it. I don't want a glass of milk.
I had a friend who would sit down to dinner with a glass of milk.
Now, the lactose-free milk, is it a different taste?
Nope.
Tastes just like regular milk?
Tastes great. Fairlife.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't touch it. The only time I drink milk is, one, if I'm dunking my double stuffed Oreos in it, or if I have a syrupy breakfast. Like if I have pancakes, I'll eat as many pancakes as I can without drinking anything, and then chug cold milk from the fridge until I can't take it anymore. Because there's something about that cold in that thick syrupy throat. That cold milk just... Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Kelly, you would never drink milk with, say, a piece of cake or some cookies?
Nope.
No?
Never. I don't dunk Oreos. I don't do any of that. No,
I'm not a big
dunker,
but I still like to wash down cake and cookies.
No, heavens no.
With milk.
I wash down my cake with ice cream.
Oh, frozen milk.
Yeah,
frozen
right.
Milk, right. Well, if you want to stay hydrated when it hits 97 today, get yourself a tall glass of the Moo Juice.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right, a couple stories of people breaking into places they shouldn't be. This first story coming from Bristol, Connecticut, where firefighters had to rescue a man who got stuck in a chimney in a Connecticut Parks building because he was trying to retrieve his dog from the bathroom. Because here's the problem. The bathroom has automatic locks for the night. Like at a certain time, the locking mechanism shuts down. What? It's unclear as to why his dog was in the bathroom and he wasn't. You know, whether he went in there with the dog and then left at the exact moment that the automated locks kicked in. But he decided on Sunday morning to try and get his dog out from the bathroom facility building at the Rockwell Park in Bristol. However, he got stuck in the chimney that he was trying to sneak down to get into the building to get his dog. So he had to call the firefighters, who then had to come in and remove parts of the chimney, causing about $10,000 worth of damage. He was not injured. However, he was charged with burglary, trespassing, and criminal mischief.
Just trying to get his dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
You've just overcharged somebody.
Yeah. What are you gonna? What are you burglarizing in the bathroom building.
I would do the same thing. I mean, I would try my best to get a hold of somebody. I'd probably call the fire department before I tried to make it down a chimney. However, the guy was just trying to save his dog.
Yeah, why wouldn't you call first? Like, you call the police who work for the city who could probably get some information to get the dog out. Not to mention, not that that your dog is your family member, your little baby, but the dog's not going to die overnight in the bathroom. The dog's going to lay down and go to sleep for a few hours.
And
I wouldn't leave him there. I would never leave him there. I have that much sympathy for this guy. I wouldn't. If I could not get a hold of a soul, I would try my best to break in.
Well, the dog was unharmed, obviously.
Obviously. And you're right. I mean, you could have just left him in there, but maybe I would have slept outside the bathroom.
Right,
just
exactly.
Been there with him.
Been there with him, right.
Like,
you can talk to him through the door.
and,
Yeah, absolutely. They say the park staff is working with the police department and the fire department to make sure it doesn't happen again. If he had contacted the police in the first place, it might have been able to avoid the situation. I agree. That seems like a bit of an overcharge.
Yeah.
I wonder if this case is going to get dropped when you end up in court.
I hope so.
Like, look, I was just trying to save my dog. What's the problem?
Common sense, please.
Here's one for you. Police in Davenport, Florida. Yes, it's the WTF. What the Florida? They got a call on June 9th from a homeowner's neighbor because the neighbor was in charge of watching the house while the family was away. I think we've all done that. Let our neighbors know, hey, you're going to be out of town for a couple days. Just keep an eye, make sure nothing strange is going on. Well, the neighbor saw some lights turn on and off inside the house that they were watching. So the officers showed up to check out what was going on once they got the call. And they found a guy inside making dinner. He had actually just filled up the tub for a nice warm bath as well. He admitted that he did not have permission to be there, and he did not know the owners of the house. He just broke in. Why? Because he didn't want to go home because he and his wife had a big fight and she was angry at him. He'd been staying at this house for 4 days.
What?
So he said, forget the couch, forget the doghouse. I'm just going to go to someone else's house and set up shop.
Where do you get that kind of nerve? Like, where does that come from?
It's called the Florida resident.
I guess.
He's facing multiple charges, including a felony charge for unarmed burglary. No word on whether or not his wife bailed him out of jail or how angry she is now that he's been charged with burglary. But I have to assume that it escalated the fight that they were already having.
Oh, my gosh.
That's just me. There you go. It's your Not So Breaking News, 99.7 The Blitz. Yeah, it's time to give away some tickets. We're going to play a game of back and forth. Today, your chance to pick a ticket. You can go check out Ghost if you would like to do so. Or, you want a little more culture in your life, you can go see Tecumseh. We've got a pair of VIP tickets to see Tecumseh at the Sugarloaf Mountain Amphitheater. The show is going to run June 12th through the 31st of August. You're going to get that VIP package, including the backstage tour, VIP collectible souvenirs, plus a souvenir poster and a concession voucher as well. Or, if you need some loud, rumbling motors in your life, you can go see Night of Thunder this Saturday at National Trail Raceway. Fire-breathing jet funny cars, dragsters, scout rods, gassers, wheel-standing PT cruisers, and a whole bunch more. Your chance to pick a ticket as we play back and forth. There's another Kelly versus Goose. Kelly on a run right now. I am not thrilled. I am not happy. 13, 10, and 2, the current record that Kelly's holding on to.
Don't worry, I'm terrible at this game, so I think you'll be okay.
I hope so. I need a win. 800-821-9970. We need one representative for Kelly, one representative for Goose, and someone's going to walk away with a chance to pick a ticket. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
Hi, my name is Brad.
Brad. All right, Brad, you called in first, so it's your choice. Do you want to team with Kelly or team with Goose?
You always come on late, Goose, and I'm going to take Kelly's. I'll have to. Sorry.
Brad.
Why you got to get my hopes up like you were going to pick me? Like, oh, you always come in late, but you always make a comeback, and I think you're going to do it this time, and I got faith in you, Goose. No, you're like, Goose, I think you do this, and you do this, and you're pretty good, but no, I'm going with Kelly.
You have a reputation.
Apparently so. All right,
Now,
Kelly
listen, Brad, I'm not really very good at this game, so I'm sorry ahead of it. I'm going to give you a preemptive sorry.
Blitz, hi, who's this? Blitz, good morning, who's this? Chris, there you go, Chris. All right, well, since Brad pulled the old flippy-do on me, you're stuck with me, Chris, so here we go.
That works.
Brad, Chris, we're going to put you on hold as we play back and forth. This is how the game works. Thick is going to give us a category, and then Kelly and I are going to go back and forth naming things in that category until one of us can't, and that person gets a point. You've only got 3 seconds to give an answer before your time is
I
up.
think 4 seconds.
Is that what she thinks?
Yeah.
That's what she thinks.
I think 4 seconds.
She can think all she wants, but those
Let me guess.
ain't the rules.
No, you get 3 seconds. Kelly gets 4 seconds. That's
Great.
how that
Okay.
works.
Perfect. I think you should get $1,000 for pass and go, but I'm sorry, that's not in the rules. That's not how the game works. All right, fine. 4 seconds for you, Kelly. All right, here we go.
What?
Thick, whenever you're ready.
Who's going first? Who's going to start?
You got the winning
I mean,
record.
you guys,
Go ahead, Kelly.
You guys
All
are going to go
I'll go
back and
first.
forth.
Yeah.
So, all right, your category for this round: types of cheese.
Okay, and cheddar.
American.
Gouda.
Munster.
Swiss.
Sharp cheddar.
Baby Swiss.
Mild cheddar.
Extra sharp cheddar.
Colby Jack.
Pepper jack.
Mozzarella.
Son of a sharp mozzarella.
No, come on.
Kelly. No.
Brie.
Parmesan. Shitty lost. What are you doing?
I didn't do any. Don't look at me.
Hit the give her the loud buzzer or something. Shut her down. Turn her off. Thank you.
All right.
See why he didn't pick Goose, Brad? He's so mean.
That's the point.
I like showmanship, Goose.
See?
Go ahead, Deion Sanders.
Thank you.
We call that showmanship? All right.
All right.
Just being a dick.
All right, round 2.
All right, here we go.
Goose, you will start this round.
Okay.
Need names of candy bars.
Snickers.
Three Musketeers.
Twix.
$100,000 bar.
Almond Joy.
Oh my gosh, how are you so fast at this? Milky Way.
Bounce.
Three Musketeers. Did you already say that?
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry,
Snickers.
I said that too.
Sorry, Kelly.
Reese's.
Didn't say Reese's, but,
Reese's.
You don't get 4 answers.
I can answer as many
Not how
times
the
as
game-
I want in the midst of 4 seconds.
I'm watching the strategy here, and I see what's going on. Kelly says her answer, and she's looking at you, waiting to see what you're going to say. Goose says his answer. He's not paying attention to. He's thinking about what he's going to say next. I can see it.
Okay.
that what
I'm
it is?
turning my back on you, Goose.
That's what you
Oh,
need to
good
do from
idea.
now
Okay,
on.
great.
That's what you need to do from now
Okay.
on.
Give her the buzzer. That's point number 2. She lost again.
Don't look at me.
Ready?
Oh, we're going to do another one?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
We got time. I'm enjoying shutting her down.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is just style points now.
Uh-huh.
I already lost.
This would be
But go
interesting
ahead.
to see if
Go
Kelly,
ahead.
with Kelly not looking to see
Yeah,
how
I'm
it's
going
doing.
to see. My back is to Goose now.
All right, get your science brains out.
Oh. Okay.
Category 3, Kelly, you go first.
DNA.
Elements on the periodic table.
Oh my gosh. All right. Aluminum.
Iron.
Oxygen.
Gold.
Nitrogen.
Hydrogen.
Silver.
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus. Neon.
Alkaline.
Alkaline. That's not it. Kelly got a point. Selenium. Kelly got a point.
Is selenium really a...
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I ran out after like the 4th one. Yeah.
But you still won.
That's true, I did.
Brad, I'm sorry. I couldn't do it for you today, but I do appreciate your confidence in me.
Told you, Brad. You shouldn't have pulled the
Oh, boy.
the old whoop-de-doo. Getting me all hyped up and then going with Kelly. That was a bad choice.
Wait, pulled the whoop-de-doo.
The whoop-de-doo, the old rope-a-dope. You know what, Chris? We're hooking you up with Pick a Ticket. Brad will hook you up too.
Yes! Woo! Did you hang up, Brad?
Yeah, is anyone there? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Chris?
Hi.
Chris, are you there?
Right on.
Oh, there
Right
we
on.
go. Okay.
Right on. See? Brad's in the club. He's coming in.
Brad, Chris, we're going to hook you up both up with Pick a Ticket. You'll either go see Night of Thunder at Tecumseh, or we do have one pair of ghosts left. So, Chris, since I'm the winner, we'll give you first choice, and we'll get you both hooked up, okay?
He wants to ghost
That
immediately.
goes back and forth.
Well, congratulations. Hang on, and we'll get you hooked up. We've got more tickets to give away tomorrow for Night of Thunder and Tecumseh, so hang on for that. 99.7 The Blitz.
And now, 3 things you need to know before you go.
Yesterday, we talked about how the company that maintains the power grid here in Central Ohio, PJM Interconnection, says its system's already stressed with high demand from those big construction projects like Intel, Google, Anduril, everything like that. And with the really hot weather this week, yes, it is stressed out. But officials from AEP Ohio says they are not expecting rolling blackouts in the Columbus area during the heat wave. A spokesperson there says there's been no indication from PJM Interconnection that load reductions will be necessary to maintain the system. Now, this doesn't mean that cutting power definitely will not happen, but AEP says that is an absolute last resort. But the utility is suggesting that you turn up your thermostat by a couple degrees and avoid using large appliances like washers and dryers between the hours of 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., which are peak electricity usage hours. I saw somebody say, I pay for the right to use my electricity anytime I want.
Well, that's
you should
right.
be able to handle the load if you're going to offer the service. Oh, I don't know how that works.
And for what you charge.
It's a lot of money.
I said the same thing to a prostitute in Vegas once.
Israel confirmed a ceasefire with Iran that President Trump announced on social media. However, the terms have reportedly already been violated. Israel says after that ceasefire went into effect today, Iran launched missiles that sent civilians scrambling into bomb shelters. Israel says it will respond with force. Meantime, President Trump is calling Iran's missile launch against the American air base in Qatar a weak response. He said there were 14 missiles fired, 13 were knocked down, 1 was set free because it was headed into a non-threatening direction. Rescue teams in Indonesia are searching for Juliana Marins, a 26-year-old Brazilian tourist who fell while hiking near the crater of an active volcano. It's Mount Rinjani. She disappeared early Saturday while hiking with a group. She slipped from a cliff that borders a trail next to the crater. She definitely fell in. As of Sunday, rescuers could hear her calling for help. But the terrain is really challenging. They've been dealing with dense fog, so they sent a drone down. And you can see footage of her moving around down there at the bottom of this steep slope. So a team was able to finally descend yesterday nearly 1,000 feet to where they thought she was. According to the drone, she was gone. They said she slipped down even further.
Oh.
And they were calling out, got no answer, but the crew said they thought that they may have seen a beam from a flashlight, so they're still really hopeful. Now, she has been without food, water, and warm clothing for 3 days now. Her current condition and location is unclear, but they are trying to send a helicopter down there, which is super dangerous. So, hoping for the best for her, but, I'm sure time is running out. But, boy, that's tough to know somebody's alive down there and nobody can reach them.
Right.
It makes you sick. All right, those are your 3 things.
All right, Kelly, here you go. I got some great news for you.
Excellent.
I want to put a big old smile on your face because take out your calendar.
Okay.
Circle the days.
All right.
August 13th through the 16th.
Okay, got it.
And then in the location section of your calendar, type in Thornville, Ohio.
Oh.
What do you think it is?
The Gathering of the Juggalos.
It's the Gathering of the Juggalos. Yes, it is not only the Gathering of the Juggalos, the 25th anniversary this year.
Okay, my question about it is now: is ICP? Do they appear?
Yes,
there?
multiple
they will
times.
Be there.
They perform multiple times.
Swing, swing, swing. Chop, chop, chop. Swing, swing, swing. Chop, chop, chop.
Not only that, but they've announced the lineup for this year's Gathering of the Juggalos over the 4-day festival from the 13th to the 16th, including the fact that Gwar will be there.
Hey.
Gwar has been announced
with their sweat
for the legendary stage because they've got 3 stages going on there.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah. That doesn't even include like the side shows and the freak shows that they do throughout the land there in Thornville. But yeah, 3 stages. The legendary stage will have Gwar. Just, oh God, I will never forget. That's probably the worst moment of my radio career.
Interviewing Gwar.
Interviewing Gwar and having, Balthazar? What's his name? Balthazar. Pick his hand up, and from his rubbery styrofoam giant arm, yellow, foggy sweat just poured down from his elbow.
God.
It was so bad. Oh, God. Anyways, performing on the legendary stage with Gwar will be Belushi Speedball, Fight From Within, Immortal Technique, and Kelly, get your tickets now, because on the legendary stage at the Gathering of the Juggalos, you're going to go see Tech 9.
When this playing, she's saying this my. That's why they be waiting in line to kiss my grit. I'm a true pay dues. I'm
Kelly's dancing.
But you may lose.
Getting her groove
Oh
on.
my God. Okay, Tech 9 loves to come to Columbus, all right? He's here every year, I would say. And do you know how many times I've seen him? 0 times.
Oh my gosh, you didn't see him at Rock on the Range?
No.
Oh.
Wow. Grab your Faygo and get out to Thornville.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is this the year I'm going to go see Tech 9?
Might be the year. I mean, at the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Okay, so I have never seen ICP ever, but at this year's Sonic Temple, watching all these people in their clown makeup and their Faygo having the best time of their lives, I thought, that is a party. That's a party I wouldn't mind attending. I know nothing about anything about ICP, but I do know about Tech 9, so I feel like I can go to that party and feel like I fit in.
If it's like the Friday or Saturday show, do you want to paint our faces and go to the Gathering of the Juggalos?
I mean...
All right, if you guys are doing that, I'm in.
I feel like that's being a poser, though.
Really? You can't go enjoy? You don't think they?
I don't know.
You don't think they would take in some new faces to
Oh,
check out the
yes,
show?
they would.
Yeah. You tell me, Juggalos, would it be me being a poser to paint my face and come to the Gathering of the Juggalos?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they would take in and accept, and they're like, yeah, we want you to check out what this is all about.
Kelly Quinn from 99.7 The Blitz?
Oh, I think you're overestimating.
Oh, no, I don't think so at all.
If you want to go, highlighting the iconic stage are Green Jelly, Mary Tyler Whores, and the Convalescents.
Green Jelly's there?
Yeah.
Mary Tyler.
Mary Tyler Whores.
heck?
Yeah. And the Detonation stage will host numerous underground rappers. And they're also going to have side shows, contests, and other recreational activities throughout the weekend. So,
Kelly, I think they'd let you do stage announcements.
oh, you want to introduce Tech 9?
Okay, here's the thing. I would maybe, if they would let me get on stage with Tech 9, if he would say, hey, do you want to sing, whatever. Like I ain't on 1, 2, 3 pop. I ain't fit to bust with a homeboys, make a beat drop. Yeah, I could do that, but he does say the N-word quite a bit, so you got to be real careful.
You got to learn.
Right?
You got to know how to mute yourself real quick.
Yep, I just muted myself with the F word, so I think I can do it.
All right, well, we'll see what we can do.
You guys, I'm so excited, but you know what? I'm excited now, but when the night comes, I'll be like, I'm kind of tired.
Right.
What time does Tech 9 take the stage? Is it noon? Because I'm in.
Probably
I'm
not.
in if it's noon.
Probably headliner. Probably more like 9:30. You're gonna have to put on your big girl pants and stay up late. I mean, we'll get you loaded up with Faygo and some Adderall. I mean, they're going to have it all over that place. I guarantee it. So, just saying, mark your calendar. We'll talk about it. This might be the year you go see Tech 9, Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Did we get any texts from Juggalos?
Nothing yet, but I think he'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think he'll be all right. I think we make it happen.
Dysfunctional problem. Please don't wicked me. All right, guys. Oh, I'm excited.
Good. So, it's time for the Blitz. Kelly, do you have nightmares?
Not typically.
Okay.
No, I typically don't remember dreaming.
Really?
Yeah,
regularly don't remember dreaming.
Regularly. I did have one dream this week that I remembered, and it was that I left my car in drive and got out at work, and then it started bouncing around the parking lot off everybody else's car like a pinball machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, that is definitely a dream.
Yeah. All right. Thick nightmare much?
No, not really, and I don't even dream that much.
I have had nightmares, though, where you wake up and
you just don't remember.
Yeah.
your heart's pounding and you're like on high alert. That's awful.
Yeah, I don't remember the actual last nightmare I had. I do remember it was only last week I told the story where I took a nap. Or no, we were falling asleep for the night, but Nora was still up, and I remember in my dream getting very agitated with the person I was speaking to. And so I said, "Would you let me finish my sentence?" The only thing was I said it out loud, which I'd never talked in my sleep before. But I said it so loud I woke myself up and cracked up about the whole thing.
Did
I
it
couldn't
sound
believe
like...
No, I said the
You
words.
said the words.
Flat out. Even Nora was like, "What do you mean finish your sentence?" Like, she fully understood everything I was saying.
Wow.
And then did you wake up then?
Oh, yeah. Woke up right after I said it. I woke up and I went, what the hell did I just do?
I'm telling you.
It was crazy.
I'm telling you, dreams happen when you're waking up. And they happen quickly, and then you wake up fully. Afterward.
Even if you're having a crazy long dream that seems like forever, you think it's happening at the very last moments of you waking up.
Yes.
Okay.
Because every dream I can ever remember ended with me waking up.
Well.
You say I'm dreaming, I just don't know it. How do you know that?
Because everybody dreams.
How do you know that?
They have studies.
You can't prove that I was dreaming.
Of course they can. They can hook. Yes, they can. They can hook up diodes to your head and see the brain activity. Okay. What are you talking? What are you saying?
I didn't say there wasn't brain activity.
I mean, they do know that you dream during REM.
Yes, during REM sleep.
They do know when you dream during your sleep cycle.
It's been studied.
Okay.
People study dreams.
It isn't hocus pocus. It's actual science.
Right, exactly.
So they say.
Oh, my God. Anyways, if you do have nightmares, do know that a new study found people who have lots of nightmares are more likely to drop dead. Researchers.
Whoa. Wow, really?
Researchers tracked people for almost 2 decades, and the ones who had nightmares at least once a week were 3 times more likely to drop dead before they turned 70.
And so when they hook people up to these electrodes, can they tell if it's a dream or a nightmare? Is there is it
the brain? That I don't know. I have seen the readouts where you can see just the regular brain activity, and then
like how intense. Maybe
it is,
the more intense that needle's bouncing, it's maybe that's a nightmare.
They have found that lots of nightmares make you age faster. So even before they kill you, they can make you a wrinkly-looking person because they put so much stress on your body. Your body responds to stress the same way that it would if you were partaking in stress in, quote, real life. Like work stress or financial stress when you're awake. Nightmares can have the same effect on you even though it's only in your head.
Oh, my God.
Nightmares lead to prolonged elevations of cortisol, a stress hormone closely linked to faster cellular aging, and can not only make you look older, but actually make you die faster as well. I remember the one that I had as a kid was a reoccurring nightmare that happened many, many times, where I was at my house and I would walk down the hallway to my bedroom and I would turn the light on, and the light bulb would blink. You know how old light bulbs, before they blew out, they'd give you one last, pop?
Yeah.
And they'd blow out. That would happen, and then an electrical monster would come out of the light bulb.
Oh.
And I had to hold the door closed, and he was trying to pull the door open. And then I would finally let go of the door. I would run down the hallway and go outside, and then the lightning monster's head would be floating above my parents' car. It was the same nightmare I had many dozens of times. It was crazy.
I've heard of that, where people are like, I keep having the same nightmare.
Yeah.
Wonder what that's
It was
about.
always this electrical monster.
I had a recurring nightmare that I could not but push in the right phone number. I kept messing up a phone number. Like, you'd start the area code, and then I kept hitting the wrong number and having to start over. And it was an emergency situation where I needed to get a phone number and then call someone fast. And I just kept missing the right numbers.
Oh, that's stressful.
It was stressful.
Chris says you remember the dreams when you're waking up because you're coming out of deep sleep REM.
Makes sense.
This says people spend about 2 hours dreaming every night.
Every night.
But you probably don't remember
Wow.
the dreams.
All right.
Well,
All
the
the dreams.
villain in which Pierce Brosnan? There wasn't Another Day to Die. It was a Pierce Brosnan James Bond movie. He actually had a dream machine because he couldn't dream, and you'll go insane if you don't dream. It's like your brain's way of letting stuff go. Well,
What about Nightmare on Elm Street? You might
die
if you dream.
That's true. You might just die.
So
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
3, 4, better lock the door. 5, 6, grab your crucifix.
Oh, I didn't remember that one.
7, 8, better stay up.
Oh, very good.
Wow. Okay. Well, if you're having nightmares, go to the doctor because you might be dying. Well, actually, there's nothing they can do because they can't stop you from having nightmares. So if you're having nightmares, good luck. I'll tell you. Good luck. Good luck. It's 98.7 The Blitz. All right. I mean, if you boil it down, a lot of times, to a lot of people, it comes down to one thing. Yeah, what's he packing? That's what you want to know. And for many, many, many years, I know growing up, boy, he's got big feet. You know what that means? He wears big shoes. Or, man, look at the size of his hands. He's got to have it. However, as science has advanced and people have looked into things like this, they have determined that no, feet size does not matter. Hand size does not matter. A man's height does not matter. There's no real correlation between those things and what he's actually packing. But they have found.
So you could be like 6'5" with a micro, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Because that's what I'm picturing.
do want to get a good idea. That's what you're picturing in my head right now. 6'5", and just going, oh, look at the little guy. Yeah. Oh, he's so cute.
Is this an animated series?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope so.
Yeah. It's called the 6'5" with a micro, and it's got its own little voice, and it goes, "Hi, I'm down here." Every time he takes a leak. Every time he drops his pants. Anyways, if you do want to know, there is one thing you can look at after a severe study of over 2,000 men. They have found what you need to look at is his nose.
Really?
There is a direct correlation between nose size and package size.
Okay. Well, now I feel like I can't look at you guys.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. So does the length of the nose go with the length, and then the girth of the nose go with the girth?
You know, they didn't say anything about girth. They did, but they talked about length and the centimeters of the nose length.
Okay.
Will then correlate to what he's got inside his boxers.
All right.
So I'm just saying, if you want to take a closer look. Do not look at his hands. Do not look at his feet. It's all about the nose size.
Really?
Yeah. Which makes sense now because I did have the nickname Pinocchio in high school. So, just saying.
Kelly, stop staring at his nose.
I'm not looking at either of you, to be quite honest. I'm too embarrassed.
Kelly's blushing over there.
What you did, Goose?
I'm so cold.
It's really unfortunate because every morning I come in here and the air conditioning's on. I have to blow my nose and it comes out like, and it's like, oh man, that's such a bummer. It's 99.7 The Blitz. So we were driving up to Detroit on Friday. No, we were driving back. Maybe we were driving back. And as we were kind of in the north of Columbus, you know what, by Buck Curious up there in that area.
Yeah.
And then through some of the smaller towns in that area, and so many garage sale signs. And Nora actually pointed out maybe it was like that community decided to do like, a garage sale day.
Right.
That's possible, yeah.
But there were just so many, it was mind blown. But I saw this story, and it made me think because there are a lot of garage sales going on. It is garage sale season. And I want to know how you would react to this. Because someone had stated that their friend was holding a garage sale, and so they showed up to support. And they ended up finding like this ceramic small statue thing. And the guy's like, yeah, give me $5 for it. So he gave his friend $5 for it. Well, come to find out, after a little bit of research and 2 days after the garage sale, that thing wasn't worth $5. It was worth about $500.
Cool.
But now the friend is asking for it back. Now, to me, this seems pretty simple. You give it back. But that also depends on your definition of a friend. Because they said friend in their little question article. But if it's really a friend, I would have zero problem giving that thing back. Kelly, what do you think?
I would say I would be honest about it. I'd say, hey, listen, you probably didn't know what you had here. I got, this thing is worth $500. And I think I'd feel guilty if I went ahead and sold it and got the $500. So do you want it back? Do you want to split it? I would hope that they would offer to split only because.
Okay, yeah.
But
you're getting $250 instead of $5 then.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair, but also I would want to do the right thing. Have you seen those TikToks where the old man is going to like sneaker stores and he has like this really rare, brand new, like gorgeous, I don't know if they're Jordans or what, but he's like, these just don't fit and, whatever, I just want to store credit, but they're worth like exponentially more than...
to see if the store will be honest?
Store would be honest,
right.
And every single store was honest with him, which I couldn't believe.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, but that's that thing I always think, like, maybe I'm being tested a little bit here to see if I'm being honest. So, I don't know. Sorry, that was a long answer. Yes, I would offer to give it back.
Okay. Vic, are you giving the item back?
If it's like a really good friend, yes.
That's my only question. Yeah, to even question this or to put it out into the World Wide Web and say, hey, what would you do? It can't be that close of a friend.
I'm definitely not selling it. If I bought it for $5 at a garage, I bought it because I liked it and thought it was going to look good somewhere in my home. I didn't buy it because, I know this is worth more and I'm going to get...
right, I'm pulling one over on them.
Yeah, it was, it's because I liked it and wanted it in my home.
Because there are a lot of people who go to garage sales for this specific reason.
Oh, yeah.
That hit the jackpot. You don't know what you just sold me, and then they turn around and sell it on eBay or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, what are they, the shoppers, they buy stuff that they know, they go to the...
Resellers?
Yeah, but they're called, God.
No idea what you're talking about. Thrift shoppers?
Yes, the thrift shoppers.
Oh, okay.
The thrifters.
Okay.
Yeah, them. They do that stuff. you
No,
know.
absolutely.
Yeah.
How about this one? This is really rough. We got a text from Doug who said, I let a friend borrow my mini fridge one time because his went out. 6 months later, I showed up at his house to pick him up for work. He was having a garage sale, and my mini fridge was sitting there in the garage sale.
No.
Yeah, see, that's wrong.
Carrie says, nope, all sales final, my friend.
Well, again, we're talking about a friend.
800-821-9970. You can call and text the same number now. 800-821-9970. Call or text. But I'm very curious. Have you ever come across something at a garage sale and got like an amazing deal and turned around and sold it for a bunch of money? Or were you honest? Did you be like, hey, you're selling this thing for $10 and this thing's worth a whole lot more?
So, back to this situation. If you, the one who bought it, finds out, but your friend has no idea, are you still going back and saying that you made a mistake?
Again, this all depends on their definition of friend in this article. Because if it's one of my close friends, I'm absolutely going to say something.
Now,
if it was a friend?
Now, what if
Then
your
probably not.
friend comes to you and says, hey, man, I wasn't supposed to sell that. My wife wants that. She loves that.
Oh, then it's going back to them.
Right,
Sure.
but he did it because he found out what it was worth, not because his wife wanted
Well, you
it,
got
and
to do
then
that
sold
research
it.
That's
before
not
you
a
sell
good
it.
friend then.
Right.
That's a liar. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
This is Ken. How you doing?
Good, Ken. Have you struck a deal at a garage sale before, or found out something was worth a ton of money?
Yeah, I was went to a friend of the family's yard sale and bought a bunch of baseball cards, and I found some pretty high.
Oh, high value baseball cards in there. Okay. And
Yeah.
so you said friend of the family, so you weren't exactly close. Did you say something, or was this a garage sale where they were intentionally getting rid of stuff and they didn't care what it was worth?
I don't know. I didn't. You know, I told my friend about him, and we kind of went and split up. Went to the card store and traded them up.
And you did sell the cards. You made the money.
Yep.
And never said anything.
No, he says they split it.
Oh, with
my friend.
With the friend
Yeah.
who was
With
having
my
the garage
friend.
sale? No. See,
Well, the friend of my. Yeah.
Not the person who was having the
I
garage sale. The friend of the person who was having the garage sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the call,
And,
man.
Hey, just real
Yeah.
quick, it's called Osiris, not.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, I
He's just
know.
being
Yeah.
funny.
That's just what he called it when he.
Hear that all the time.
That's what he called it when he first moved here.
I'm telling you, it's where all of the OSU athletes go that are a bit confused about their sexuality. But curious.
But
curious.
But
I live,
curious.
I live in Marion, so I'm not too far from.
No, you're not. You're
It is my goal now, before I leave this earth, to get the name changed to Buck Curious.
Or just at least get everybody calling it
Get
that.
everybody called Buck
Buck
Curious.
Curious.
Yeah.
I will start doing that for you.
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Have a great one.
Great.
Did you ever find something at a garage sale before and thought it was worth a ton? 0851 says, I bought the set of painted Art Deco glasses for cocktails just because I thought they were cool. Got the whole set for $20. Went home, looked them up. They were worth $1,800 for the set. I've always thought that I wanted to get into the what is the storage wars. I would love to go to those auctions and buy an entire storage unit. That'd be
I'm too afraid of rodents and spiders and things like that to get a.
I guess there's that. That's
Yeah.
true. Blitz, good morning. Hi, who's this?
It's Adam.
Adam, did you get something at a garage sale worth a bunch of money?
I did not, but I got one for you, Goose.
Okay.
So I sold my phone to a buddy a long time ago. Okay, I had got sober and I bought a front row ticket to see Five Finger Death Punch, and then I had relapsed and I sold my phone, and the front row ticket for Five Finger Death Punch was on there.
Oh,
and
no.
I sold the phone for $30, and my buddy found the ticket, wouldn't give the phone back.
Your buddy wouldn't give the phone back to give you the ticket to go see Five Finger Death Punch that you spent money on.
No, he went my place and seen
Oh,
Five Finger Death Punch.
That ain't no buddy.
You gotta be kidding. Please tell me you don't talk to this guy anymore, right?
Yeah, we don't talk anymore.
Thank you.
I'm actually sober. I'm a drug counselor now.
Oh, good for you.
We
Well
definitely
done.
don't talk, but
Sure.
Congratulations.
Well done. Yeah.
Man, that's
yeah, I
tough.
called him and I was like, "Hey, dude, so there's a concert ticket on there." He's like, "Yeah, I know, I found it." And I was like, "Dude, I need that phone back. Like, you don't know how much money I spent on that ticket." And he's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. Like, you sold it to me. It's over."
I hate that guy.
Wow.
Man.
Tell us his name so we never accidentally become friends with him.
Now, here's the deal. You hear a lot of times stories from addicts and things like that they took the realization, it took the hitting rock bottom to find out. So was selling your phone for $30 with the Five Finger Death Punch tickets on there your rock bottom when you were like, okay, I need to clean up?
Actually, sadly, no, it was not, but it was shortly after that.
Shortly
that it
after,
happened.
okay, all right. Well,
yeah.
congratulations
So I'm going on,
again, man. Good for
5.5
you.
years.
Yeah.
Good for you,
that's
sir.
great.
Good for you.
Yes.
Keep it going, and
appreciate it.
you know what? If Five Finger Death Punch comes back
Yes.
in some amount of time, you call us back. I will get you tickets to Five Finger Death Punch, okay?
For real?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we have tickets to give away, I will put aside a pair and give you a pair of tickets to go see
We will
them.
put Adam Fisher on those tickets.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, thank you guys.
Absolutely, man. So
Hell, I want to get him backstage now.
Right. You keep an eye out, and we'll be in touch for sure if something
If you
happens.
play an
Okay?
instrument, we'll get you in the band.
I don't know about all that. Hold on,
Yeah.
plug your brakes.
So, hey, Adam, just so that we remember and everybody remembers, when you see if they're coming, you email email Goose at theblitz.com. Say, hey, remember this conversation.
Okay.
All right, I got you, Adam.
Wow, I really appreciate that, guys.
No problem, man. I hope you have a great one, and congratulations, man. All right?
All right, thank you guys,
Talk
man.
to you later. 997 The Blitz.
And now, all right, I'm listening. 3 things you need to know before you go.
Columbus police say they now have that black pickup truck they believe was involved in a fuel tanker crash on 270 over the weekend. Authorities believe the suspect vehicle may have struck the semi, causing it to run through a guardrail and overturn at 270 and 161, causing a fuel spill and a huge fire. The tanker driver was taken to the hospital in stable condition. No other injuries reported. Police say they have not made any arrests, but they do have the truck. The New York jury in the sex crimes trial of Sean Diddy Combs could start deliberating by the end of this week. The prosecution is expected to rest today, and so is the defense. The defense says it will not be calling a single witness. It's just basically going to talk to the jury about some evidence that's already been, that prosecutors have already signed off on, and then that's it. It'll be over. So I think closing arguments Wednesday, and then by Thursday, the jury gets the case.
I'm pretty sure they sat there, his attorneys, Diddy's attorneys sat him down to mentally prepare him to be like, dude, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, I am curious because I have not paid much attention to the case if they have been able to prove.
It's just every day there was another story of another witness for the prosecution that was laying out god-awful things that happened at these parties.
Right. I guess the question being, are these god-awful things, did they happen with consenting adults or not? And then also, he's accused of racketeering, so that's a RICO charge that I don't know if they've been able to prove or not. Maybe. Like I said, I have not been paying attention closely to this case, so...
I don't know if it's real or not, but I did come across a TikTok, and I guess they showed pictures of the baby oil around the apartment and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was in briefcases. It was in the cabinets. I mean, it was all over the place.
It was nuts.
It was everywhere. Little bottles everywhere. Wow.
Yeah, though, does it prove sex trafficking? You know,
Right.
That's the thing. It's like, you know, trust me, I'm not on this guy's side. I think he may be among the worst of us.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what this jury does. Novo Nordisk says it is ending its collaboration with Hims and Hers. They agreed like 2 months ago. Yeah, we'll sell the weight loss medication Wegovy through the Hims and Hers sites. It's only for patients who have a prescription, but they don't have any insurance coverage. So what this costs you, if you go to Hims and say, I've got this prescription, I want to get Wegovy, it is $499 a month.
Oh, my Lord.
Okay. Wow. So Hims and Hers also offers an option for those who have prescriptions to buy a compounded semaglutide, which is the main ingredient in Wegovy. It's not name brand, but they say it is a personalized compounded semaglutide. And it's like $330 a month cheaper. It's like $165 a month. So people are going for that option, right? Of course. You don't want to spend $500 a month. But anyway, Novo Nordisk, they're mad because they were like, well, no, if we're selling exclusively, not exclusively, but they were selling through you guys, we expect you to guide people our way. We want to make that $500 a month. But instead, you're offering this much cheaper version. And we think, basically, they started just mouthing off about Hims and Hers, saying these guys are, they're compromising the health of patients. It's a total sham. Like what they're offering you is a sham. And people should be going to the FDA-approved Wegovy. And it's all about money, right?
Of course.
But they're really slamming this company, Hims and Hers.
You go to the pharmacy, they've got generics.
Yeah.
That's how people save money.
Right. These are compounded, so it's not a generic. It
right.
is.
But they have compound pharmacies that you can go to, and they mix it right there.
Exactly. And they do say it's personalized to your body type or whatever the heck.
So it's not a knockoff.
It is. I mean, I guess it could be considered a knockoff, yes.
I mean,
but
does
it's
it work
cheaper,
exactly the same?
Right. And I don't know. I believe that
I would think it would.
I don't know, but basically, the CEO of Hims and Hers says it's a crock. Novo Nordisk just wants the money. They were pressuring us hard to guide people in their direction, but we wanted to give customers a full range of options. And a lot of people choose the lesser expensive option.
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? But anyway, I thought that was funny. Like, we don't want to partner with you anymore.
Right. I'm going to take my ball and go home.
Right. All right. Those are your three things.
Well, it is no surprise, no real piece of new information that both Thick and I are sports fans. I think we both pick football as kind of our number one sport that we like to follow. Thick, you for sure.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
You do the whole fantasy thing.
Yeah.
You do the video game thing.
Yeah.
You're all about it. I'll admit, I'm enough of a fan to get tattooed with my sports team's logos.
Right.
I've got a full basement full of collectibles for my Michigan Wolverines. I don't miss a game on Saturday. In fact, it was about 7 or 8 years ago, maybe not even that long, maybe about 5 years ago, that I had to start a mantra on Saturday mornings that I would say as I was getting dressed from head to toe, what I call boxer deep in my Michigan clothing, because I had Michigan boxers all the way down to the boxers and my watch and my socks that I wore for game day. And my mantra was, I do not play for the team. It does not affect my life, and I have bills to pay on Monday. I had to remind myself every Saturday because I would get so worked up. It would affect my mood, and I'm like, why am I allowing a team that I don't play for, a team that I never played for, a team full of 19, 20, and 21-year-olds. These are kids who are determining my attitude.
Yeah, I'm the same way, but mine is we might lose. Before every Cowboy and Buckeye game, I just go, we might lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could happen.
Well, as it turns out, after a huge study, if you are like Thick and I, if you are passionate about your team, about your sports, well, neurologically, we're just built different. Whatever happens as you're growing up, as your electrodes are connecting, your neurons are forming themselves in your brains, ours, sports fans in general, take a bit of a turn because passionate fans process games differently at a neurological level, showing more brain activity in regions tied to personal relevance and evaluative thinking especially during subtle strategic moments.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people get excited when a big, huge pass is thrown and a touchdown is scored, or there's a big breakout run, or there's a huge slam dunk, or, whatever the case may be. Those high-energy moments. Even subtle fans will yell and scream at that time. However, it's during those standoffs, during the down times, if you will, where you can see the difference in a sports person's brain, where they're still engaged, and they're still on the edge of their seat, and they're still excited as to what's going to happen, even though it's not big and flashy for the general public or the masses. The sports brain, even when no goals are scored, superfans' brains stay highly engaged, suggesting that they interpret more meaning from gameplay events and casual viewing than from the big plays.
The chess match.
Exactly.
Love the chess match.
Exactly, the chess match. They actually used portable brain scanners on 20 different participants and found significant difference in prefrontal cortex activity, reinforcing the idea of emotional involvement when it comes to your teams and your sports.
That's why those TVs get thrown out the front door during a big loss, because the emotional attachment is huge.
That's why those Dallas Cowboys fans punch their TV on the final play.
Those idiots. I'll never, ever do something like that.
The only time I did something like that was I want to say it was 2016, maybe 2017, and it was during the game. Mm-hmm. And Michigan had made a comeback, and they decided to go for it on 2, or I think they decided to go for 2 points. I think it was actually we went to overtime or something, and we went for 2, and we didn't make it. I didn't mind the call. I love the aggressiveness, but we didn't get the 2 point. We lost, and I had my game time helmet that I always rub and hold on to, and I said a 4-letter word, and I slammed the helmet on the ground, and it landed, top side
down.
Up.
Oh, top up. Okay.
Well, no, down. The top side hit the floor.
Okay.
And it bounced up and hit the top of my TV. And my TV went wobble, wobble, bam, and fell over.
No.
And I was like, no! It just added insult to injury.
I regret everything.
Yes, and I broke my own TV. Oh, it was so bad. So, if you have a sports fan in your life, just know that they really can't control their energy output. It's built into their brain. That's like asking someone to like olives who doesn't like olives. You can't. It's in your brain.
Yeah.
It's just built in. Just letting you know. It's 98.7 The Blitz.
Not so breaking news. The news already broke. We're trying to put it back together.
All right. I never had grandparents. At least not when I was alive. I mean, obviously I have grandparents, but my mom's mom passed away when I was 2.
She didn't really know them.
No. Every other grandparent, my other 3 grandparents were gone before I was even born. So I never had to deal with this. But if you have someone in your life who happens to be of an older age, there is a chance that they've got old person smell. And a lot of times you might think you walk into their house and it's like, oh, yeah, it's the old person smell. It could be, what they have around their house. You might smell the same thing at like a bingo hall or a Joann Fabrics or maybe like a church basement. They don't have that kind of same smell. But here's the deal. Old people smell is a real thing. And it's not the soaps or the cabbage soup or the butterscotch candies. No, it's an actual thing. It's a body odor. It's not hygiene related, however. There is a compound called 2-nonanol.
Okay.
2-nonanol. It's created by chemicals in the body breaking down over time. Old people secrete 2-nonanol, which produces that actual smell. But there is a chance you can do something about it. A report says that eating mushrooms up to 4 times a week might help eliminate the smell, especially if you're eating shiitake, oyster, or button mushrooms.
Really?
Yep. There are 2 rare compounds found in them. Ergothioneine and spermidine. That's what they're called. They work within the body to combat the formation of 2-nonanthol. If you don't like mushrooms, however, there are mushroom extracts you can try as well. with the ergothonine and spermidine to try and help with the old people smell.
Wow. You could do that. You can, is that the Irish Springs?
What?
Old Spice.
Old Spice, that's it. Oh, now I lost my train of thought. I'm just whistling. My brain's just whistling at me now. You can hide that stuff in smoothies and all that. Just the extracts or whatever.
Yes,
or even
absolutely.
blend up a mushroom and put it in a burger or something like that.
We could just eat the mushrooms.
Yeah,
What
if
they
you don't like mushrooms.
though? That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Man, I'm glad I like them.
I love mushrooms.
I eat mushrooms all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe we can avoid old person smell altogether. But yeah, if you've got that problem and your grandparents or your older parents don't like mushrooms, then yeah, look at the extracts and hopefully you can get them. Stop stinking. That's what you say.
My daughter hates mushrooms. She goes, I don't eat fungus. And I can't wait to tell her this. I'm like, well, you're going to stink when you get old.
Probably. Second story coming out of Spain, where a 70-year-old was pulled over by the police, and he was not happy about it at all. He was driving his van. He wasn't wearing his seatbelt. He was driving erratically, so the police pulled him over. The 70-year-old man immediately set the tone with the officers by yelling out the phrase, "I should have run you over."
Oh.
You're not supposed to say that to police officers. Things got more heated from there. They suspected the man was under the influence of alcohol. The officers asked him to take a breathalyzer, which did result in him blowing well above the legal limit. And they asked him to repeat the procedure to confirm the first readings. And that's when the driver became really upset and threatened more physical action against the police officers, saying, well, now I'm going to kill you. You also can't say that. However, he was able to break away from the officers for a moment, which then resulted in what is now being called an attack on police officer, because you see, this 70-year-old was a beekeeper and his van was holding a whole bunch of his bees.
Oh.
And he threw the canisters of bees at the police officers to attack the police officers. Yeah, things did not go well. The police officers called for reinforcements. They actually had to run away and hide inside of a restaurant.
Bees! Bees! Bees in the car! Bees everywhere! God, they're huge! They're ripping my flesh off!
Save yourself!
So thankfully, after a few moments, the bees dispersed enough where they were able to get out and arrest the man. Another beekeeper was brought in to collect the other bees. Don't go throwing bees at police officers. They don't like that. The bees or the police officers. Neither of them.
Throwing a bee seems really dumb anyway. But throw a bee.
It's not throwing a bee.
But it's just funny to think.
Just one bee.
Bee just stops midair and goes,
What'd
you think was going to happen?
Right, exactly. What was your plan here?
Thank you for freeing me, though.
That's your not-so-breaking news, 99.7 The Blitz. All right, here we go. We haven't done this in a little bit. We always have a ton of fun when we do, however. It's the timing challenge. It's very simple. We have each picked a song. The song is going to start, and we are going to sing along with the song. And then at some point, unannounced, the music is going to drop out. However, you have to keep going. You got to keep singing the song. And then once again, unannounced, the song will come back. Are you going to be on time? Can you stay on beat without the music playing? Now, I think we've each kind of had a win.
Yeah, we've each had some victory with this. Yes. So it's a good competition.
And we've also each messed up pretty badly, too.
Oh, yeah.
And today, boy, we all went in different directions with our song choices. So, Kelly, being the finest of us all in the studio, your choice. You get to pick the order today.
Oh, let's see. Can I go first? I like to get it over with.
You can.
Totally your choice.
All right. I want to go first.
You're going to go first for the timing challenge, Kelly. All right. So today, Kelly, what song did you pick for the timing challenge?
It's by the group They Might Be Giants, and it's called Istanbul.
Oh, that's not an easy song.
We'll see.
That is not an easy song.
Oh, no. Okay.
Always fun to sing along to. but not easy. All right.
All right.
Kelly doing They Might Be Giants, Istanbul for the timing challenge. Kelly, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, you got about a 15-second build-up here.
See what you got.
Deep breath.
Get it.
Istanbul, Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople, been a long time gone. Constantinople, now it's Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to
Nailed it.
Constantinople. Woo!
Oh, man. Should we just cancel out now?
Did you record that song?
But the Turks.
That was pretty
Okay.
good.
Damn.
That was pretty good.
Oh, boy.
Perfect.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
It turned right back on, right on beat. Like, you knew exactly when that... Oh, man. All right. All right, Kelly, your choice. Who's going next?
Goose.
Oh,
go
boy.
next.
Oh, man, I got to go last.
Oh.
All right.
Sorry.
This one's not going to be good. This one's a tough one. I'm going back to my roots.
Okay.
Back to my Motown and funk days of growing up in Detroit. And this is one of my favorites. This is Edwin Starr, 25 Miles.
Oh, okay.
Love this song. But man, it's a little choppy though with the music and the lyrics.
Yeah.
So
He makes a
we'll
lot of
see.
sounds.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. All right. Timing challenge. Edwin Starr, 25 Miles. Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
25 miles from home, girl. My feet are hurting really bad. Now I've been walking this 3 days and 2 lonely nights. You know that I'm mighty mad. Ugh. I got a woman with I can't even do the song normally.
Keep trying.
All right. You see, she's got the kind of loving and a kissing. Oh, makes a man go so wild. Got to keep on walking. Got to walk on. No. Oh, man. I had the oh, no, and then I messed up on the I. It's very, very difficult when you have the oh, no, followed by the I.
Right.
It also doesn't help that your voice cracks anytime you try and hit a note above a
Well, you were cracking a lot. You don't usually do that.
Oh, I can't sing worth a
I
crap.
can't either, but...
Yeah.
In your defense, you weren't that far off.
I wasn't that far off. I think I
you
added.
were close.
I think I added an extra oh no when I should have switched to the I.
Okay.
I got to keep on walking. I got to walk on. Na 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 na. I can do that part.
Yeah, it's good.
Got to walk on. Walk on. Wait. You don't fail me now. Got 10 more miles to go. I got 9, 8, 7. I got 5 more. Oh, damn it! All right, I picked an impossible song.
I thought that was going to be a little tough, man. I really did. I thought that was going to be a little tough. So.
All right, Vic, you're up.
Vic, do better than me. I'll take bottom of the barrel this
I
time.
will try here. So Mick Ralphs passed away. And Mick was the guitar player for a band you guys might know called Bad Company.
Yeah.
So in Mick's honor, I'm going to do Rock and Roll Fantasy
Okay.
from Bad Company today.
Life is just a fantasy. Is that it?
That's Aldo Nova.
Okay.
So, but very good guitar player as well in his own mind.
All right, Vic, whenever you're ready.
All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's
You
wrong.
gotta push the button first.
Yeah, well, I have to do it over on this side. Here we go. Here come the Jester. 1, 2, 3. It's all part of my fantasy. I love the music and I love to see the crowd dancing in the aisles and singing out loud. Yeah. Here come the dancers, one by one. Your mama's calling, but you're having fun. You find you're dancing on a number 9 cloud. Put your hands together now and sing it out loud. It's all parts.
Too early.
Yeah.
Too early.
I missed the after he said and sing it out loud. Dun, 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 and then I knew
Can't be jumping that beat.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Damn it.
Absolutely reigning champion today.
It was my week this week, but you guys have you did too badly.
Normally I like to put up a fight and say, well, maybe, possibly, but this week there was no question whatsoever.
2 days in a row.
Kelly victory song. Congratulations.
Just give me a call.
Yeah, text messages rolling in. We know she nailed it.
I bet she could nail this song.
I could.
Oh, that's me.
Don't tempt me, baby.
That's a no-brainer, obviously. Congratulations, Kelly. I'm going to pick an easier song next time.
I thought I did.
Bad choice. Bad choice. I need some of the Blitz. There's a lot of times when something new comes out, especially when it has to deal with something medical or physical. And you'll hear a lot of people say, well, we just don't have enough research yet. We don't know the long-term effects yet.
Right.
We don't know what this is going to change. Happens all the time. Part 2 is the fact that just about every other day we are talking about AI or Chat GPT and how it's advancing and what people are using it for. But it's also somewhat fairly new. And that's why this is a little bit scary. Because talking about long-term effects or how it might change things usually takes a bit of time. Long-term effects. What's going to happen in long term? So with something so new and we're already seeing changes, it's a bit worrisome. I think we all know, we've all said that using ChatGPT for things like resumes, where college students now don't know how to write resumes. They're just putting their information in and telling ChatGPT to create a resume for them, and it creates a resume. Things, that people are using Chat. In fact, it was just yesterday we had a story that there's a company, I can't remember their name, but they just got a new $15 million investment, and their literal motto is, we want to help people cheat at everything. Like, that's their motto.
Was that Cluely?
Cluely, that's what it was. Yeah. To use the AI to everything from, like, dating, where you can get information on your glasses. They'll hear the conversation, and the glasses will pop up responses so you know AI what to say.
Right out of Mission Impossible.
Yeah, exactly. I bring all this up to tell you about this new report that was given. They had 54 test subjects between the ages of 18 and 39 from the Boston area, and they split them into 3 groups. They asked them to write several SAT essays using OpenAI's ChatGPT for one group, Google's search engine for a second group, and then nothing at all, no help besides research for the third group. And then they used EEG to record the writer's brain activity and found out that of the 3 groups, ChatGPT users had the lowest brain engagement and consistently underperformed at neuro-linguistic and behavioral levels. Now, they did this over many months. Over several months, they had them write different essays, one a month or one every couple of weeks. And they found that ChatGPT users got lazier with each subsequent essay they did. Often finally resorting to copy and paste by the end of the study. Oof. They just naturally, on their own, got lazier. and actually went to just copy and paste from ChatGPT onto the report.
The years passed. Mankind became stupider at a frightening rate.
Well, I'm telling you.
Idiocracy.
Yes,
Yep.
100%.
It's been coming
the
true.
opening to Idiocracy.
It is absolutely coming true, or is true now. It's here.
And the fact that it's happening so fast, and the fact that it only took a couple months or a few months for this selective group to naturally get lazier using ChatGPT.
I understand. You know, I remember when I first got Microsoft Word, the Word document program.
Yes.
And you could get the templates, like a resume template, and it just made the layout easy to do. You still had to put all the info
right.
in.
All your work history goes here, your references go
Yeah,
here.
and that was really cool. And now this, I'm like, this is, it used to be you had a blank page and you had to design and write and everything, all of it.
Not anymore. So, if you have kids in school, yes, all the information is available at their fingertips. All the information in the world basically is available at everyone's fingertips. But you still gotta put the work in.
If you don't use your brain, you're going to lose your brain.
Yeah, it's a muscle.
You have to use it.
It's the same thing as the body. A body in motion stays in motion. A brain being active stays active.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like when they talk about the different mental, the memory losses that you can get in older age, whether it's dementia or whatever. You need to be
active,
exercising your brain.
Yeah. Otherwise,
you can't just sit around and do nothing and think nothing, or that's what you're going to become, nothing.
Otherwise, next thing you know, you're going to be sitting in your living room watching TV. Someone's going to knock at the door, and you're just going to be like, "Go away! I'm baiting." To go away! I'm baiting. Tonight I have the Blitz.
And now, the 3 things you need to know before you go.
A Mifflin Township police officer who was shot during a traffic stop almost a month ago is now recovering at home after being released from Grant yesterday. As he was wheeled out of the hospital, officers from across central Ohio lined up to applaud. It was a pretty neat video to see. They wheeled him out in a wheelchair, and then he was able to stand up. They didn't show his face because they have not ID'd this officer yet, but he was able to walk to the car and get in on his own. Officials do say the officer has a long way to go to a full recovery, with about 20 follow-up appointments with doctors expected in the coming months. So he was injured really, really badly. Authorities say both this officer and his partner were shot and injured by 21-year-old Daviante Dixon as he ran on foot from a traffic stop on May 28th. Mick Ralph, singer, songwriter, guitarist, and founding member of the bands Bad Company and Mott the Hoople, has died. He was 81 years old. Ralph's had a stroke just days after what would be his final performance with Bad Company at London's O2 Arena back in 2016. He's been bedridden ever since then. Ralph's set to become a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of Bad Company in November. Man. Well, humans aren't the only creatures trying to cope with this week's heat. The National Park Service has announced that sploot season has arrived.
What is this? Sploot.
They were posting on social media images of animals striking a sploot pose at various national parks. So splooting is when an animal sprawls out.
Do you want to see my sploot pose?
No, I don't.
You can't even take it.
My toes are all outstretched real wide.
Yep.
Oh, is that a...
Splooting is when an animal sprawls out, usually face down, with all arms and legs sticking out.
You ain't got to tell me.
The creatures are typically seeking out a cooler surface, and then they sploot as a way to lower their body temperature. They lay down flat, they spread out, and they try to get all of their body on the cool surface. Animals of all sizes partake in splooting, particularly squirrels.
Exactly what I told Nora when I got caught. I was like, I'm just trying to lower my body temperature.
It's sploot season, dear.
Sploot season. What do you want from me?
All right.
Our pug did that all the time.
All right. Those are your 3 things.
I think it's kind of a given. I know it happened in Detroit all the time, and I have to assume it happens here. Kind of a Midwest thing where, especially for like the kids in high school or the college kids, where it's February and there might not be snow on the ground, but it's still pretty cold out.
Right.
And you see the kids walking around in shorts.
Oh,
and you're
dude.
like, You're like, what? Why?
That's my son.
What?
He
Is
went to
it
high
really?
school. 10 below zero. He was going to high school with shorts on. I didn't get it, but whatever.
I do know that we'd have to constantly tell both boys, 16 and 13, to take coats. Like, they had no problem leaving the house without a coat.
Yeah.
And if it's 10 degrees out, you need a coat. Well, on the flip side of that, you might be seeing this because a lot of people are posting online talking about how they're getting the double take looks because they're outside yesterday or days like today wearing hoodies.
Yeah, I see that too.
And it's like, how are you doing that? That's got to be so uncomfortable, you would think. Just constant. It's so hot. But some people don't care. And so people went online saying, yeah, I'm getting double takes, but this is why I'm wearing a hoodie. One person says, I always wear it. It's like a security blanket thing. Okay. One guy said, I'm trying to hide my boobs.
Well, okay.
Okay. One person says, I don't want to get by bugs, especially mosquitoes. I don't know if I can put up with being that uncomfortable, though.
There's bug spray.
Someone said, this one I can kind of get. Like, in here, in this studio, I haven't brought it back yet. I'm thinking about bringing my Mr. Rogers sweater back.
I don't
with
know
me.
how you don't have a hoodie in here.
Yeah.
It gets so cold in this studio.
Someone said, everybody is blasting so much AC that it makes me cold, so I need a hoodie to take with me, which I probably should bring one, because this AC will turn this studio into a meat locker.
Yeah, I'm not going to have it on when I leave the building, though.
Right.
You know.
Right. Someone said my inner thermostat is broken. I'm always cold.
That's what my wife says, too. Her thermostat's broken.
Really?
Yeah.
But it is just so warm. Did you see the video? There was a video that's making the rounds from Missouri. It was so hot that the road, it says buckled, but to me, buckled means like downwards. This road exploded.
Buckled up.
Buckled upwards.
Yes.
And in fact, it happened right in front of a car, and the car did not have time to stop. The car actually went airborne.
Yeah.
Because the road turned into like almost a V point, a triangle, if you will, and the car went over it.
Skateboarders would love this.
Oh, yeah. That is how hot it got there in Missouri. That I can't imagine the road doing this. I do remember there was a time in Colorado where we hit temperatures like this, and we'd bake cookies in a car. We'd put them on the dashboard and actually bake the cookies in the car. Yeah, right in the middle of the afternoon. Anywhere you can fry eggs, you can do all those things that they say.
Yeah.
I know in Texas I've seen people fry eggs on the sidewalk.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely unbelievable. So, yeah, stay hydrated. Could see record temps today. They're calling for a high in 97. It could get warmer than that. And we're going to be in the basically the low to mid-90s for the rest of the week all the way through Sunday right now. It's 99.7 The Blitz.
Now, let's see if we can learn you something. Sit up and pay attention.
Yeah, let's make you a little bit smarter than you were when you woke up this morning. Little tidbits of information you get to take with you wherever you go, including the fact that fire-related calls to fire departments are most prevalent on Saturdays, while severe weather calls peak on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And in general, fire departments across America are the busiest in January and July. 4th of July?
Yeah, absolutely. Starting fires, blowing fingers off, whatever.
They're least busy in April, in case you were wondering.
Really? That's when the bad weather happens.
Yeah, for the Midwest.
It's like storms and tornadoes.
Yeah. Both Coke and Pepsi made special cans of soda for astronauts in the mid-'80s. They looked like a lot like cans of whipped cream.
I don't remember those.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. There are 1,600 Chili's locations around the world, and apparently all of them have a picture hanging upside down somewhere in the restaurant. I guess they say it's for good luck.
Oh, is that right?
Now I want to go on like an upside-down Chili's picture hunt.
I do, too. I wish they'd put one by my house. We used to have one right around the corner, and for whatever reason, it shut down.
There's not one on Hilliard Rome Road?
Is there one? Is there one over there?
I don't know.
I don't know, but it used to be on Mill Run.
I'm pretty sure there is. I think Nora and I got really excited about it, that there was a spicy Applebee's right down the street from us.
Okay. I'll have to double check.
Yeah. No one has ever won the Oscar for Best Actor in their debut movie. However, 4 women have won Best Actress in their debut, including Julie Andrews for Mary Poppins, yep, and Barbra Streisand for Funny Girl.
Funny Girl, yeah.
Yeah. And finally, from a botanical standpoint, strawberries and raspberries aren't berries. However, bananas and eggplants are. I'm not a botanist. I don't know how that works.
Bananas are berries?
Mm-hmm. And eggplants. Eggplants are berries as well.
What?
Because they grow in the ground on a vine, but so do strawberries. I don't know. I don't know the rules. I'm not a botanist. I'm not a botanical scientist. So I'm just reading the information I am given.
Okay.
So I'm going to go enjoy myself a banana berry. What a much better name. Banana berry.
Banana berry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. Learning some stuff on a Tuesday morning, 99.7 The Blitz.
Not sure what I learned.
Having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.